The KJ-600 is often portrayed by Chinese state media as a major milestone in the modernization of the People's Liberation Army Navy. In reality, it illustrates the limitations and persistent weaknesses in China's military aviation development. Designed as a carrier-based airborne early warning and control AEW&C aircraft, the KJ-600 is intended to play a central role in extending surveillance range and enabling coordinated air operations over maritime environments. However, the platform's development path, technological composition, and current readiness level raise serious questions about its effectiveness, and point to deeper structural problems in China's defense industry that go beyond a single aircraft. The first major issue with the KJ-600 is the extent to which it mirrors the U.S. Navy's E-2 Hawkeye. The overall airframe configuration, engine layout, radar dome placement, and tail structure all reflect a near copy of a platform designed in the 1950s and refined through the 1970s to present. While imitation is often a sign of strategic pragmatism, in this case, it also signals a lack of indigenous design capability. After decades of rhetoric about becoming a self-reliant technological power, the fact that China's most ambitious AEW&C effort still leans on a 60-year-old U.S. design is a stark contradiction of those claims. It raises doubts about whether China is truly innovating or simply copying and modifying outdated blueprints in a bid to save time and avoid the costs of original research and development. Another fundamental flaw in the KJ-600 program is its dependency on the availability of a functioning catapult-equipped aircraft carrier, which China has yet to field operationally. China's first two carriers, Liaoning and Shandong, use ski-jump launch systems that are incompatible with the KJ-600's size and engine power. The aircraft lacks the thrust-to-weight ratio needed to take off from such decks while fully loaded. The third carrier, Fujian, is equipped with electromagnetic catapults on paper, but has not demonstrated consistent launch capability in real operational settings. This means the KJ-600 has no viable launch platform at present. Developing an advanced aircraft for a future system that itself is still undergoing testing highlights a pattern of building capability around a concept rather than reality. It is a textbook example of designing systems in a vacuum, without regard to the operational environment or the supporting infrastructure that gives them utility. Even if one assumes that the KJ-600 will eventually operate from Fujian-class carriers, the technical sophistication required to integrate radar, communication links, power management, electronic warfare suites, and mission systems into a stable and effective AEW&C platform is immense. These are not modular components that can simply be bolted together. They require deep software and systems integration expertise, which the Chinese aerospace sector lacks in comparison to more established Western counterparts. The result is likely to be a platform that looks advanced but suffers from poor system interoperability, unreliable mission performance, and limited battlefield awareness capabilities. China has a track record of overpromising and under-delivering when it comes to complex aerospace systems. Time and again, platforms are shown off in airshows and military parades, while the actual fielding and combat testing lag years behind. In the case of the KJ-600, numerous test flights and official releases have been used to create the illusion of progress. But the absence of key details, like how many units are in service, which carrier it operates from, how effective its radar systems are in maritime cluttered environments, and how it performs in real-time fleet operations, points to the continuation of a media-driven approach rather than a results-driven one. The Chinese military uses the appearance of capability as a substitute for actual readiness, which undermines the reliability of everything claimed about the aircraft. Moreover, the development delays and lack of transparency surrounding the KJ-600 call into question the efficiency of China's defense industrial base. In Western defense ecosystems, major platform development is often tied to clear operational needs, integrated test cycles, and accountability. In China, military projects frequently evolve in isolation, shielded from public oversight, and driven by political deadlines rather than technological maturity. This makes it easy to declare success in official media while masking persistent engineering problems, logistical incompatibilities, and doctrinal gaps. The KJ-600 reflects more about China's need to project the image of capability than its ability to deliver real strategic advantage. The aircraft is built around an outdated foreign template, requires a launch platform that is not yet operational, relies on a support network that has not been tested, and operates in an environment where system integration challenges remain unresolved. Claims of progress are not backed by verifiable operational performance, and delays are obscured rather than addressed. While China wants the world to believe it has mastered high-end naval aviation, the evidence points in the opposite direction, a system still stuck in development, wrapped in state propaganda, and dependent on borrowed ideas rather than genuine innovation.